chaos. Enter freely, go safely, and live something that the happiness you bring. Hello, today for this video we're in a little spooky spirit because we're October. So we're doing a special Halloween video and I have my little friends to accompany me today. I hope that you'll be able to hear me well because I'm filming standing up for once because I felt like it today and I felt like it would be easier to explain this way. Today's theme is how to build an Halloween coordinates. So we're gonna look at how to build a coordinate for Halloween, and we're gonna talk mostly about the starting point of your coordinate because I feel like once you're starting, it kind of makes sense and goes along the way. And I'm gonna talk about different starting points on how to build an Halloween coordinate today. The first starting point on making an Halloween coordinate is pretty obvious. I think that's the one that everyone uses once in a while, as long as you have one, is using an Halloween print. So I brought, for example today, my Axis Pen Sweet Halloween GSK, so you can see that the print has like cemetery, a castle, like spooky, scary, ghostly faces, bats. So in itself, this print is already Halloween, so as long as you add a little bit of Halloween inspired accessories here and there, you're gonna be good for Halloween, really easy. Another example that I have is this Alice in the Pirate GSK, which is a little less cutesy, a little less sweet. It has like little pumpkins and like a scary forest, which makes it perfect for Halloween. I'm gonna add an example of an Halloween coordinate that I did with it, and obviously you can add more spooky elements in your makeup, and you don't have to be like a costume for Halloween in Lolita. You can just be Halloween themed and just be spooky, and that's already an Halloween coordinate. You don't need to feel like you're doing costume dress up to actually be Halloween in Lolita. You have pretty Halloween prints and you can just build around the prints, but that's, you know, the most obvious way that I think everyone already had in mind. So the second way for me to build an Halloween coordinate is gonna be to build a coordinate around a statement piece. And for example, I have this triple folding skirt, which is the bloody skirt. So it's not Halloween per se, but with the blood it reads very Halloween, and you can just build around this really strong piece. You don't even need to add that much. You can see I've done a kind of nurse inspired coordinate with it once for Halloween, and I'm gonna put pictures with it. And sometimes I just build coordinates around the theme of blood, and I just put blood stuff, inspired stuff for bloody pieces all together, and it reads well for Halloween, but it's not Halloween. It's not like Halloween in your face. It's not like written Halloween on it, but it's more good old inspired, and it's gonna work well for Halloween. But you can also build around statement pieces like the cat headdress from Antique Beast, which is a very strong piece to me, like this. And you can have this Halloween-y feel because it looks kind of like a bat wing shape, and it's supposed to be a cat. But you can use this kind of pieces and build all around it. If you don't have inspiration, you can just look in your wardrobe and you're like, oh, this kind of feels Halloween to me, and just build around this item in itself. Another way to make your Halloween coordinate, which is kind of linked to the previous one that I talked about, the statement piece, is building your outfit around the theme. So for example, you all know the Moi-même-Moitié non-colors, so you can easily just take this color, a black dress, and you can build a non-inspired coordinate. So it's the theme of a non-coordinate that you're gonna build around this statement piece color, so it kind of fits together. In another way, you can easily do in Lolita the theme of vampires, and you don't need to be too literal about it. You can just build a very vampire-y type of coordinate. You're not obliged to have fangs, you can just add fangs if you want, or you can just add a drop of blood coming out of your mouth, and it's just gonna make it a little more obviously vampire. But you can also be just look, I'm a vampire and just have a very pretty coordinate that feels kind of vampire, like you can reference pop culture. Like for example, I already did a vampire like coordinate, basing myself on Claudia's clothes from Interview with a Vampire, so you can also reference some pop culture this way to read more as vampire maybe. And you can also be a little more literal with items like this GSK, which has a bat color, so it's gonna easily be like, oh yeah, vampire. Like with this I often do like kind of vampire go back to school type of coordinates. And obviously with a bat color shirts it also works. Like if you look at my coordinate today, I'm wearing the Métamorphose Cross crown GSK, and this has a very kind of Versailles like very royalty pattern, so you could also build around that on a theme of royalty, like if you have a little crown and stuff, and you can just say your royalty and it reads kind of, you can read Halloween as kind of a costume way, theme way. You can also bring a theme for your makeup. You can just like dress in old school Lolita and you just draw some cracks on your face and you're gonna look like a broken doll. You could also build around a theme of a ghost with a veil and very flowy fabric, like the tulle cardigan from Validis, which has a very flowy vibe. It could really easily read ghost if you built a whole white outfit with it. You can also add stitches to your face and try to kind of mismatch your patterns, and you could read more like kind of ragdoll. Another idea is to build around the character. For example, a very popular Halloween type of coordinates for Lolitas is to look like Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Like if you have a blue dress and an apron, white tights, some little black shoes, you're gonna easily read as Alice. You can also build around characters like Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas, with having kind of mismatched patterns and lots of stitches, kind of like the ragdoll vibe. You can also, for example, get inspired by villain characters from Disney. So if you want to do a kind of Maleficent style coordinate, you can have orange and some purple in your coordinates. For example, I would say that the H Naoto Dragon GSK would fit really well for Maleficent since she transformed into a dragon. you can have a lot of ideas just going from a character, and you can just think, oh, I really like this character, I want to be this character, and then you look at your closet and you're like, what feels like this character in my closet? Or you can see a piece in your closet and be like, oh, this really reminds me of this character, so I'm gonna build a coordinate that feels this character. And the last way to build an Halloween coordinate that I wanted to talk about is using colors, because obviously, as you can see here, orange feels very Halloween with pumpkins. It's very obvious in pop culture that black and orange have this very Halloween vibe due to pumpkins, but I feel like purple is also a very Halloween-y color, so instantly if you put it together with orange, it means instantly Halloween. And black and white striped socks feels very Halloween to me. Like joining with referencing characters, black and white stripes also reminds me a lot of Beetlejuice. So if you build an all black and white stripe coordinate, you can be Beetlejuice. 2. Like, going back to colors, I feel like that's a really easy way to look Halloween with if you don't have any prints, if you don't really have any statement pieces because you're not really into this kind of style, you're not into guro, you're not into more dark inclined coordinate, you can just build other colors if you have the necessary colors. It can be really easily Halloween. Also, I feel like maybe building a coordinate in all black and white can feel Halloween with the right items. Like, obviously I'm dressed in all black and white today, and I don't read as Halloween. I feel I kind of read as someone who just woke up from their grave in some way, but you can also do this kind of vibe. I've already done a coordinate that is kind of Ghost Bride inspired coordinate, so just doing like this really kind of I'm coming back from the dead makeup with an all white coordinate can be your Ghost Bride vibe. So we're done for this time. I think the video might be a little shorter than my usual ones. I absolutely wanted to do an Halloween video because I love Halloween, is my favorite time of the year, but I've been really busy with work. I've been on a work trip, and then I had stuffs on the weekends, hanging out with friends, and also having to do all the chores inside my place because I was away for about a week, and some things piled up while I was away, so I had to pick up on that, but I absolutely wanted to do an Halloween video, so I thought maybe talk about how to coordinate for Halloween. Since it's gonna be Halloween soon, I thought that maybe some of you would want new ideas on how to coordinate for Halloween, though I'm pretty sure everyone already knows all this way of building a coordinate. But if I helped you to find a new idea for your Halloween coordinates, I would be really happy, and I'm gonna try to insert some images through my video of coordinates that I've done, which are mostly to go to Halloween afternoon teas or just for Halloween period, because I really love Halloween coordinate. I really love Halloween-y coordinates. It's not always reading Halloween, it's sometimes reading Kuro. I would like, if you want in the future, to try to make a video about Kuro Lolita, but I would need to make some research about it, because I don't know everything about Kuro Lolita. Yeah, I hope that you still like this video. I hope that you're in a spooky spirit like me. And if you have any other ideas on how to build Halloween coordinates, you can put it in the comments. I also would like to know what you want to do as a Halloween coordinate this year, or if you are gonna have an Halloween costume for this year, if you have any Halloween plans, Halloween events to do. I love everything Halloween, so you can talk to me about your Halloween in the comments. If you like this video, you can give it a like. If you want to see more videos, there's some other videos on my channel that you can watch. Right now I'm trying to upload once a month when I can. And I hope we'll see each other again in my castle.